chose us more than we chose the material. In our neighborhood, there's a lot of pepe businesses, which is the Haitian rag trade business. They import and export a lot of used clothing. We really were very attracted to the texture and the color. It was a free material. It had a lot of archaeological, sociological connections to the people that wore them. So it was experimental for us, and it kind of replaced the use of paint.
I find the word "co" very powerful.
It's kind of a tribute to all the prostitutes of the neighborhood. Most people who are in that field of work are doing it because they have to get by on some level. So we kind of see them as heroic figures in many ways. The piece is composed of very intimate items. The shoes are steel and part of the base, so they're very anchored. What goes around the waist ended up becoming part of the genitalia of the female, which kind of looks like is exhausted from use or perhaps from childbearing.
I think consumerism is mainly to blame for the loss of nature. We've destroyed so much of the environment that simulating nature is becoming more and more important. What was going on in Dubai at the time, where you could snow ski in these artificial environments, and the wave pools in Japan, and so there's this trend of artificiality.
The accumulation of large quantities of ties is essentially what started the series, the Power Tie series.
Many times war is depicted in a very general sense. The way we want to depict it is in a very intimate manner. The loneliness that a soldier might feel, what one person is going through, not an entire population.
particular piece that we modeled that after is in the Metropolitan Museum of Art. It's very complex when you start working with human anatomy and clothing. We tried to capture the essence of the original sculpture, but also try to put it into a contemporary context by using materials that are essentially garbage and creating these things of beauty and idealism out of this debris.
We were referencing a lot of muscle men magazines and things like that from today. There's a certain irony in it because we're using very feminine fabrics. We use lace and we use chiffons and very sheer fabric for the skin, and we're using shoulder pads, all of it gathered from women's garments.
I'm excited to try and work on a female figure because I think that'll actually be more challenging than the male figure because there are more curves and it's like
More cliches and more codes, it would be challenging the stereotypes of beauty today.
Exactly. It's like with plastic surgery and augmentations and all this other stuff, you just kind of, even in defining what you think is beautiful, is kind of difficult to define. At the end of the day, no matter what your intent is, the viewer is going to see what they see. What we put into the work is very secondary to what one perceives.